Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Carey Stadium here in Ocean City. Mike Gill and Steve Parker are set to bring you Mainland EHT. It's not Thanksgiving morning, it's the kickoff to the 2022 Battle at the Beach. Steve, we are currently in a timeout. Mainland and EHT, it's 0-0 with 3:05 left in the first quarter. We apologize for some slight technical difficulties, but you missed nothing. A couple of punts, but the start of the season is here. Mainland EHT, it feels like Thanksgiving, but it's a little hotter.
Yeah, a couple opportunities, though. You will say Mainland had a guy just off his fingertips on a pass down the middle of the field early in the first quarter, but so far you said it's been a pretty even battle. Both teams playing very good defense.
We'll set the scene. It's 1st and 10. EHT dressed in white with silver helmets. That's Mainland in the green with the white helmets. Rando, the 4-year starter at quarterback. He hands off the right side around the 35-yard line. Council, who's carried a bunch today for EHT. Christian Rando, he is the 4-year starter. 1,400 yards, 14 touchdown passes for EHT. These two teams met on Thanksgiving or around there last year. It's the 40th meeting. Mainland 26-12-1. They lead the series. 0-0. Second down and 2 after the 8-yard pickup. Rando overlooks the Mustang defense. Hand off to the fullback. You don't see that too much anymore. Crosses the 40 and a first down EHT.
Yep, just a good inside handoff there. Looks like a little trap, a little fullback trap. Gets about 5 yards. Gets another first down for EHT. Ball at the, you said, 43-yard line.
Liam Johnson. How many carries do you, what's the over-under on carries for Liam Johnson this year?
I don't know. I'm not going to set a number yet.
Fullback trap.
Once a game.
Rando under center. Back to throw. Plenty of time. Lofts one up down the middle, and it is broken up in the secondary. Double coverage defense by the Mustangs. Jabril Mace is covering, and there's a eagle down around the 20-yard line. That was the intended receiver, Chris Griffin, who is back up and running to the huddle. So Rando airs one out there. He had a little double coverage, though. Yeah, just slightly underthrown, though. That ball gets out in front there. I think he might have a chance at catching it, but just slightly underthrown. As you said, good defense by Mainland. While we have a minute, we can tell you about today's officials. The referee is Mike Prohasko. The umpire is Mark Wood. Your line judge is Mark Andrews. The linesman is Matt Lawler. Your back judge is Brian Tinsley. Your side judge is Sloan Fleetwood. And your clock operator is Dan Kern. Officials for today's game. 1st and 10, EHT, excuse me, 2nd and 10 for EHT. Ball resting across the 40-yard line. Pitch to the near side. Turning up, not a lot of move. This Mustang defense has been very aggressive, and they think they got the ball. And it looks like they do. Hunter Watson looks like he is the one who comes out with the fumble. So Mainland gets a key turnover at the 40-yard line, and the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 with 1:45 left to play here in this first quarter. And Steve will get our first look, our viewers' first look at John Franchini, the freshman quarterback, who is the starting quarterback for Mainland. Now, they've been flipping some quarterbacks here. We've seen Cohen Cook, but Franchini is jogging onto the field. And they've had a couple of nice drives early on in this game. He's had a couple of pass opportunities. Just missed Cook on a throw, had a nice pass into the end zone. So now Franchini right out on the field. Spread form for the Mustangs. Cook in motion, traps it to Cook, inside handoff, and ripped from the backside and taken down. Nice play on the interior line by TJ Biglin.
Yeah, Biglin, 6 foot 230, did a real nice job. Setting the outside edge, came right down the line as he tried to turn it back up. Made the tackle, as you said, for minimal gain.
Jabril Mace, of course, Villanova recruit, more than 2,600 rushing yards and 32 touchdowns in his Mustang career. John Franchini is a freshman quarterback. He replaces Marlon Leslie, who left the school on Monday. He transferred back to Pleasantville. He played there as a freshman. This is Chuck Smith, 54 and 66 in 13 years. He's 23 and 30 in 6 years at Mainland. Kevin Stetzer, 31 and 47 for EHT. And a timeout on the field with 1:01 left to play here in this first quarter. Second down to 9 for the Mustangs.
I'll tell you, Calvi Electric, winning teams know that the key to success is getting a job done right the first time. For over 100 years, Calvi Electric has applied that philosophy to their business to offer an unparalleled level of electrical expertise and service to every single customer. Now you can bring Calvi's expertise in your home for your electrical problems or improvements, and they can install solar panels that will save you money. Make Calvi Electric a part of your winning team. Call 609-345-0151 or visit calvielectric.com.
Mike Gill, Steve Parker, Cape Atlantic League Live has all 11 games for you this weekend. This is the opening of the 2022 high school football season at Carey Stadium in Ocean City.
I think, Mike, when I was in high school, we just started practice about this time.
These kids have been out.
First game was the end of September.
Early July, right?
Yeah.
Good crowd. Franchini takes a snap. Actually, Cook takes a snap.
Little problem on the handoff.
Rocco DiBiaso in motion took the pitch. It was almost like a pat. The snap came, he barely caught it and kind of patted it to DiBiaso.
Yeah, I wonder how much timing there is, Mike, with different quarterbacks. You know what I mean? With the exchange, and one's taller than the other. Seems like they're having a little problem right now.
Here comes Franchini back into the game.
I mean, he might be a little more conducive to maybe a set or two. You know what I mean? But every play makes it really tough on the timing mechanisms.
Franchini takes the inside handoff, fake to Cook, hands off to Mace, and the Eagle defense right in the middle, in the heart of the EHT defense is there to make that stop, and that looks like Bigland again, who loses his helmet on that play, sets up a fourth down for Mainland, so the punt team jogging out onto the field.
Yeah, Bigland again, TJ, had real nice job, 6 foot 230, really nice job stuffing that run.
Council back deep to return the kick, and we will flip sides of the field with the score EHT nothing, Mainland nothing. The start of the second quarter coming up here on Cape Atlantic League Live.
Holiday Leonard, if you're planning to build a home, make your first step to visit a Holiday Lender. Holiday Leonard will consult you on design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Holiday Leonard at 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or phone them at 398-5737. Holiday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
A punt, very well executed punt the last time that pinned them back pretty deep. They have a new punt returner. Council's back there. Bullock returned the first punt. He signaled for a fair catch. The ball went bouncing over his head, and that pinned EHT back. Mainland going to fake the punt, or is it a low snap? No, Cook just kind of punts it off to the sideline. It looked like he saw the rush come.
I think he did, Mike.
It, and then decided to kick it off, and that one is only going to net, Steve, about 2 to 3 yards.
It kind of heads up play, though, because it was going to be blocked. I mean, untouched off the edge, and he got there in plenty of time. And Cook made a heads up play, I think, by stepping up. Otherwise, it could have been chasing the ball. Who knows? Picked up, scoop, and scored. But definitely a problem with the blocking for that punt formation for Mainland that time. There's a lot of pressure.
So good pressure from EHT. Special teams, a factor on that play. First and 10 EHT. 11:54 left to play in the half. They've got the ball resting right on their own 25. Rando splits a receiver to the near side of the field. Pro set look in the backfield. Sweeping to the near side, and a big play in the backfield.
Boy.
Making a stop for Mainland is Curvan's Gene.
Boy, real nice job at linebacker coming up and making a play. I think J.J. Sinclair helped out a little bit there too, but good penetration. As you said, you're going to run that sweep, that power sweep. A couple guards out front, you're going to block somebody. Wasn't Jason Kels out front of that one, I'll tell you that. It's a lot of penetration.
Second down. Loss 2 for EHT. Rando looks over the Mustang defense. Receiver to the near side's Griffin. Pro set look in the backfield. Man in motion. And flags are flying. Legal procedure is the call. That'll walk them back 5 yards. Second down and 17 now.
Yeah, first game early in the season. Been a few miscues, timing, penalties, motion. Things that you sort of hope don't happen, but kind of expect this early in the season.
It's a hot one out there, too. I mean, you got fatigue, you got heat. You got to keep your eyes on these big guys up front for EHT and Mainland. Watson and Cohen are the defensive ends for Mainland, dressed in green. Man in motion. Council off the far side. Not a lot of room on the Cohen-Cook side of the field. Big stop there. Stepping up to make the play. Paul Lombardo.
Yeah, kind of a basic off-power play to the right side there, but Mainland had nothing of it. You said Hunter Watson and company right up, take that thing down early, and except for a couple plays where they had people open both teams, there has been a whole lot of offense.
Lombardo 6'2". 6'2", 190 makes the stop for Mainland. They got a pretty good active defense so far in this game. They've been winning the point of attack. 3rd and 11. We got a flag from the back judge. That's a delay of the game generally, and that looks like the call. So be back 5 more yards. 3rd and 22.
Yeah, this has got to be a screen or something here. You know, draw, screen, something like that. That's, you know. Otherwise, you throw it up and there's going to be 7 defensive backs, you would think.
So Rando, 4-year starter.
Play the line now. You know, play the back line. All you worry about mainly is keep the ball in front of you.
Shotgun formation, double slot, 4 wide receivers. Rando steps up, pressured, gonna tuck, keeps it, and he's got no place to go, and he is drilled by Cook on the sideline. Mainland is going to get the ball back here, but their defense has been the story so far.
Yeah, again, not much time. Little bobble, little snap. Didn't have a chance to look for anybody. You said a lot of pressure, and he tried to escape out the right side. Cook up with a real good form tackle. Took him down, no gain.
EHT will punt. Joey Martin back to punt. Steve Ordilli back around midfield for the Mustangs. See the big OC, Ocean City, hosting the entire tournament, all 11 games.
Bad snap again.
Runs into the end zone, and he just pushes it out of bounds. And Mainland will get on the board first with the safety.
That's a second
just
bad snap, Mike.
Just bounced up in front, and of course, the punter had no choice but to just kind of push it out of bounds. So the Mustangs on the board first this season. The 2022 season is underway. If you had a safety as the first points, pay that man his money.
Yeah, I don't know what the odds were on that one, but astronomical, I'd have to say.
So Mainland gets the safety, and they'll get the ball back, as special teams has been a factor. We saw a Mainland punt almost get blocked, and now, because of that field position, Mainland's defense forces EHT to punt. EHT's snap is low, bounces up and into the hands of the punter, who just pushes it out of bounds, and we've got a 2-0 score with 8:49 left to play in the first half.
Again, we'd like to remind you, Calby Electric. Winning teams know the key to success is getting the job done right the first time. For over 100 years, Calby Electric has applied that philosophy to their business to offer an unparalleled level of electrical expertise and service to every single customer. Now you can bring Calby's expertise into your home for your electrical problems or improvements. And they can install solar panels that will save you money. Make Calby Electric a part of your winning team. Call 609-345-0151 or visit calbyelectric.com.
All right, EHT will kick off from their own 20. They can either, of course, punt or kick. They've elected to use the kicking option here. So Mainland will have good field position. Their returners are standing back at their own 30-yard line. Joey Martin swings his right foot through the football. Good kick.
Good kick.
Back to the 25. Crosses the 35 and gets out of bounds quickly. Does Jamie Tyson. And the Mustangs will have pretty good field position. Good kick. Nice return. Mainland with the ball moving left to right with 8:45 left to play in the first half. They lead it 2-0 on a 2-run homer by Cohen. No, I'm kidding.
Hit a breaking ball.
So Mainland will get the ball, it looks like, right at about the 36-yard line, their own 36. Let's see who comes out of the huddle for Mainland at quarterback. They've been rotating Cohen Cook and John Franchini.
You wonder when Leslie was still there, were they doing 4-0?
And I saw Tony DeSalle taking snaps in warm-ups before the game, so they've got plenty of guys who can handle that position. Here's Cook in a shotgun. Fakes the handoff, going to keep it himself. Breaks a couple tackles, sidesteps a man. Gets out across the 40 to the 45, and nears a first down.
Real good play, just a read. It's option read. He pulled the ball, followed him right up through the hole. Good blocking, and then you said he used strength. He actually carried a couple guys for a couple yards. Makes 9 yards on first down.
9 yard makes it 2nd and 1. 8:22 left to play here in the half. 2-0 Mainland. Cook runs to the sideline, presumably to get a play. Now he hustles back to the huddle. Mainland moving left to right, wearing green with white helmets. They break the huddle with Cook in a shotgun. Offset eye. Mace is the wingback. Man in motion. And the motion man actually hit the football.
Yeah.
That was Joe Sheeran, and we see some elements of a wing tee. It must be a new coach on this Mustang staff.
A little influence from Clyde Folsom there, but I'll tell you what, that was just everybody, linemen and everybody 1-on-2 except for the center. He got snapped the ball. But it was definitely a little wing tee look, as you said, that double wing, that underneath inside handoff trap that was run so well by West Deptford for so many years.
Yeah, Folsom was the head coach at Deptford. They won multiple Group 2 titles. He's now on the Mustang staff, a Mustang alum. So you're seeing variations of Chuck Smith likes to kind of spread it out and throw, and Folsom likes to run this wing tee. So you're seeing a new element in this Mustang offense. And there's Cook again, breaking tackles, first down at the 50, out to the 45-yard line. And Cohen Cook, you know, we saw him in the basketball Cape Atlantic League playoff just absolutely will that Mustang team to a championship. And one of the things you notice with him, it just no off switch. That kid has no off switch. Even, you know, he helped the baseball team as well on the mound and center field, hit a couple of home runs this year. Just an absolute joy to watch with his motor, always on 100%.
Agree, and then a real good fake. You said that time to Sheeran, and then it was all his athletic abilities. He got up into the hole with good blocking, but then he broke a lot of tackles himself.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs, under 7 minutes. Ball at the 45 in enemy territory. Man in motion is Mace. High snap, tipped by Cook. Takes it himself, crosses the 45, out towards the 40. About a 4-yard carry for Cook. So they're starting to feel comfortable with Cook taking the snap, Steve, and tucking and running.
Yeah, again, little bobble with a snap there. Set the timing off a little bit, but he's big, strong, and he's making a lot of yards there. Right through the middle, 6'1", 190. It's a pretty good-sized quarterback, and he runs downhill, which is very, very important.
Cohen Cook. He's listed as a wide receiver on our roster, but he's played some tight ends, some wide receiver, defensive end, outside linebacker, and now quarterback. That pretty much sums up his high school career in all sports. He's played center, point guard, shooting guard, off guard, baseball, pitcher, center fielder. Probably could play infield if you asked him to.
I think they're going to use a timeout to give him a break here. He's going back and forth to the sideline to get the plays, too.
6:04 left to play here in this first half. 2nd down and 6 when we come back right here on Cape Atlantic League Live.
Short True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes that you will continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. At Shore Hardware, they'll do anything to help. They are open weekdays until 7, Saturdays until 6, and Sunday until 4. Help us just around the corner at Shore True Value Hardware, 515 New Road in Summers Point. Phone 609-927-6464 or visit them online at shorehardware.com. Again, I'd like to remind you that Holiday Leonard is our sponsor. If you're planning to build a home, make your first step and visit the Holiday Leonard. Holiday Leonard will consult you on design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes and fit almost any budget, plus condos, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Holiday Leonard at 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or phone them at 398-5737. Holiday Leonard will make your dream home a reality.
Mainland breaks the huddle out of the timeout. 2nd down and 6. High snap. Handoff to Ordilli. Sidesteps. Runs into the middle of that EHT defense, but still picks up a couple of yards. And Mainland will have a 3rd down and short, and stepping in is Owen Andrews to make the stop for EHT.
You wouldn't think they're going to take the ball out of Cook's hands now the way he's been running it. You would think it's going to be maybe a lead. He'll follow the fullback or something along that nature. Let's see what happens.
Once he kind of gets into a rhythm, it's hard to get him out of it.
He's a big kid, like I said, 6 on 190.
Brother was an excellent wideout here for the Mustangs as well. Cook in a shotgun, wing T formation. Mason motion. Mason, Cook kind of collide. The ball pops in the air. Cook brings it down, but nowhere to go. And it'll set up a 4th down and short for Mainland. We'll see what the Mustangs ended up doing. But helping to break that play up was Eugene Allen, 6'4", 240 up front.
I'm not sure there, Mike, if it was supposed to go to Mace as he came by. He looked like he reached for the ball and deflected it.
Yeah, this isn't really a new role for Mace. I mean, he's used to taking the handoff out of the backfield. Now he's kind of a wing back, and the timing right now seems to be a little off when he's in motion. So Mustangs are going to go for it on 4th down and 3. Ball just across the 40-yard line at the 42.
And Cook is that as a quarterback.
And Franchini is back in at quarterback in a shotgun. Since a man in motion, Mace. He fakes to Mace. He's going to throw. Franchini steps up, fires. He's got a man, and it is incomplete.
Yeah, it's interference.
We do have a flag, as Steve said. The ball was thrown out in the direction of Jamie Tyson, a 6'1" wide receiver.
Cancel on the coverage there, but he definitely pushed him before the ball got there, and they were right on it. Correct
so Franchini throws one out there, trying to let his receiver make a play, and Council kind of got tangled up with the receiver. So the Mustangs will be in business now. They'll have 1st down and 10.
High school 15, I believe. It's not a spot foul, I know. It was 10 or 15. I believe it's 15. Watch him mark it off here. We'll figure it out.
So they will march off 15 yards. 4:23 left to play in the half. Mainland leads 2-0, looking to add on as they will get a fresh set of downs inside the EHT 25. 23-yard line for Mainland.
As you said, Mike, with 4:23 left, there's only been a 2-run homer so far in the ball game. 2-0. A lot of strikeouts, a couple errors, but
an official's timeout on the field, as it looks like the chain on the far side of the field got tangled or broke, or somebody stepped on it.
It looked like it broke.
It's amazing that they still use chains in this world of technology that we have, but
it could be lasers by now.
Something.
Of course, then you get somebody stepping in the way of it.
In a billion-dollar industry, and 2 chains and sticks keeping this game moving. Of course, not a billion-dollar industry at this level. Only the people doing the broadcasting are getting paid that kind of money. Right?
Exactly.
Is that what your check says?
Yes. Yeah, and we, of course, up here on our video, we can see we had the laser lines on our field for 1st down.
Exactly. It'll be 1st and 10 for Mainland as they try to untangle the chains. Now, little do they know that some of us had jobs after this we need to get to. We need to hurry this up here, buddy.
It looks like they've got them straightened out.
Mainland will trot out Franchini now. Cook started this series
That's
at
3
quarterback,
quarterbacks.
and they have changed back to Franchini, who is a freshman. Led that Linwood Panthers team, that program, to a... Now, I don't know. There's 15 different junior football leagues now.
Yeah.
They won one of them with John as the quarterback. I can tell you that much. And it was the first time their varsity team had ever won anything, as he fakes the handoff to Mace, hands it off to the wingback. Looks like DiBiaso, excuse me. And minimal yardage there.
Well, in the Lancaster Football League, I do know for a fact that Linwood has, now it must be different because they did win twice. Once with Vince Salstow and once when Jim Frazier was a coach. But who knows what league it is you're talking about now. So it could be possibly.
There's a lot of them out there, that
yes.
I know.
Yeah.
And probably too many. Can't we all just get along?
Well, they get different weights and different, yeah, it's way too conflicted for me.
3:46 and counting, 2nd down and 8. Franchini with an empty backfield. Wingback Mace in motion. Hands to Mace. Off the far side. Sweeping. Still on his feet into the end zone. And Mace, just an individual effort, broke a couple tackles and is in for the score. The Mustangs now lead it 8-0 on the touchdown run from Jabril Mace.
Yeah, nice 22-yard run by Mace. As you said, he got out, broke a couple tackles, spun, and kept going. Looked like EHT had us hemmed in, but real good individual effort.
The Mainland will try some sort of extra point here. This is a little outside the box.
They're going to come in and just kick it.
Snap, hold, kick up, and Mainland leads it 9-0 with 3:32 left to play here at the Battle at the Beach 2022. Mainland 9, EHT nothing here on Cape Atlantic League Live.
Yeah, with a new number too. We apologize for another kicker's name, but previously listed Marlon Leslie. Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th Street and the Boardwalk in Ocean City is a popular summer destination. Gillian's will be open until 10 this weekend and throughout Labor Day weekend. They will give you a chance to enjoy their music rides every weekend in September. The summer continues through September at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th and the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them online at gillians.com. So EHT, except for that first drive, had very little offense, and it's been Mainland controlling the play here in the second period with 3:32 to go, and down 9. 2 scores. You can't get 9. You can get 8. You can't get 9. So they need to get their offense going. Experienced quarterback looked, they tried to throw the ball a little bit early with a little success, but then after a couple of inopportune mistakes, they've been behind the sticks most of the second period.
Leon Ellis is back deep with Council as Cook approaches, swings his right foot through the football end over end, and that's going to bounce out of bounds.
40 or 45? 40, I believe.
We'll get some really good field position here with 3:32, and you wonder, Christian Rando, you got a 4-year starter at quarterback who's got 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns in his career. Does he get a chance to kind of air this thing out and see if they can get some points on the board before the start of the third quarter?
Your re-kick, or they get the ball at the 35 or 40. I believe it's a 40 in high school. They're going to confer with Kevin Stetzer on the sideline, see what he wants to do.
EHT will take over. 1st and 10, moving right to left, wearing white and silver helmets, silver pants.
Still looking for where they're setting the ball. They're going to have him re-kick, I believe. Yep, they're going to have him re-kick.
A little procedure against the Mustangs, they will reset the ball.
Must like their return game.
Cook will re-kick from the 35.
Looks like Council and Leon Ellis, 5'10", 185-pound senior, are back to receive the kickoff.
All right, we're set to tee it off again. Here comes Cook.
And the ball falls down.
There's not a breeze to be had out there. How the heck?
That wasn't the wind, I'll tell you that. I think it was gravity.
I mean, literally. You got flags burning and up in flames over there. Look at that flag. It's not moving at all.
That one's in play.
Cook.
Oh, they better get it. They better get it.
It's rolling around, and the Mustangs pick it up.
Can't let that happen. Wow.
Joe Sheeran runs under it. There was the breeze. It was Joe Sheeran hustling down the field, and he absolutely.
We got a flag.
And he might have been getting off too early there, off the line.
I don't see it. Flag over here, though.
Nope. Got a huddle of officials. And there is not, as we mentioned, not much of a breeze out here at all. It is hot for these kids on this August day to start this season off. Somehow the ball fell off the tee. That's poetic justice for you.
It looked like Mainland was going to get the ball because they're talking about the spot. Oh, it was a block in the back on the HT. So they declined and get the ball. Crucial mistake by EHT. You got to catch that ball. One of the up backs cannot let that ball drop. Deep backs couldn't get there.
Do see an Irish flag over there. I was just in Dublin.
That one's moving.
Yep, that one's moving. That must have been the wind that picked that football up. Drive down Ocean City on a summer. You see a bunch of collegiate flags flying down the streets here. It's a nice tradition.
Most of them are going by now. Back at school.
All right, EHT takes over. Excuse me, Mainland takes over after receiving the kick, and they hand off to Cook, who comes to the near side. Gets out to around the 20 with 3:17. Mainland looking to add to their lead. They lead 9-0.
A little surprised Jabril Mace has not carried the ball a little bit more.
And a lot of Cook as the quarterback running. Mace does have the touchdown run. I feel like they've tried to get it to him, but there's been a lot of procedure issues.
Yeah. He said he's been playing the wing in the Delaware, more or less. So he's not the deep back.
Franchini's at quarterback. Timmick is the center. Empty backfield. Mace in motion. They fake to Mace. Franchini
Touchdown.
wide open. Jamie Tyson.
Wide open.
John Franchini's first varsity touchdown goes to Jamie Tyson, and the Mustangs extend the lead 15-0. Franchini to Tyson for the score. Tyson 6'1", 180-pound junior, and they connect for the first varsity touchdown pass for John Franchini.
It's 2 touchdowns within just about a minute, less than a minute on the clock.
Nate Cashy, by the way, is the extra point field goal kicker for Mainland, and his kick is up. And it is good, giving the Mustangs a 16-0 lead. Franchini to Tyson. Get used to that one. Mainland leads it here on Cape Atlantic League Live.
Shore True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes they will continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. Shore Hardware will do anything to help. They're open weekdays till 7, Saturdays till 6, and Sundays till 4. Help us just around the corner at Shore True Value Hardware, 515 New Road in Summers Point. Phone 609-927-6464, or visit them online at shorehardware.com.
All right, the Mustangs will kick it off again.
They
Kicked off out of bounds, re-kicked it, recovered it, scored. All of that in a matter of about 1 minute of clock time.
59 seconds, I think, to be exact. They got 14 points.
Cook to the sideline again. Griffin sprinting, catches the ball, crosses the 30 out to around the 35-yard line, and he is taken down.
Ball's almost in the same spot the last one was that they didn't get to.
The EHT will take over on downs, trailing 16-0 here. By the way, the Eagles 7-4 last year. Mainland was 4-6. First game of the season for both of these teams, the 40th meeting between Mainland and EHT. Generally, this game would be a Thanksgiving Day game. Now, that has changed over the last couple of years. They played on Wednesday night. They've moved it around.
They opened up the last couple of years, I believe.
This is the first year they've opened. Rando takes the low snap, looks, fires, and he's got a man. It is broken up, nearly intercepted on the far sideline. Good defense, one-on-one coverage.
Yeah, just throwing up the Aaron Bullock there. Bullock 6'5", 185. Xavier Bullock, tall, very tall receiver, and that was the plan there, a little jump ball. Good defense, though, as you said, knock it away.
2:23 left to play in the half. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 34 of EHT. Rando, shotgun. 4 wide receivers, double slot. Blitz coming up the middle. Watson gets pressure. Rando gets out of a tackle. Crosses the 40. Out to around the 50. It looks like he's close to a first down for EHT. And really, that's their biggest play of the day.
Yeah, big athletic play there, you said, by Rando. As he saw the blitz coming, sidestepped it, went right up the middle, made a couple guys miss. First down, EHT at the 49. 2:13 left.
Clock continuing to run. 1st and 10 on the run by Rando. Mainland defense has really held this EHT offense in check. This is the EHT 1st and 10. Rando going to keep it himself. Crosses midfield. Gets taken down after a first down. Steve Ordilli made the stop, but not before Rando gets into enemy territory.
Good tackle by Ordilli, though. Open field there. He tried to juke him. He makes him miss. He's going the distance there. See a little more urgency with the EHT offense, Mike. They're chewing a lot of clock on in and out of the huddle. They got Mainland real a little bit. You need to pick up the tempo.
1:30 and counting. Ball at the 42, 1st and 10. Rando. Under center this time. 2 receivers to the near side. Back to throw. Swings it out of the backfield. Council catches. Crosses over the board. He loses the football. It's loose. And the Mustangs pick it up. And on the run is Jamie Tyson. And Tyson is going to take it to the end zone. He scores on offense. And now on defense for the Mustangs, Jamie Tyson picks up the fumble and rumbles 60 yards for a score.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, again, they went out there, didn't control the ball. They came in and ripped, stood him up, ripped, and Tyson picked it up and goes the distance. You said 60 yards.
So Jamie Tyson caught the touchdown pass from John Franchini, and he was the opportune defender on that one, picking it up and taking it to the house. Mainland 22 and EHT nothing.
And EHT was moving the ball. They had driven the ball, as you said, made a couple of good plays in a row, but just did not secure the ball. Good job by Mainland. Second, third guys in, ripping at the ball after they stopped the ball carries progress.
Nate Cashy on to attempt the extra point for the Mustangs, who are looking to go into halftime with a 23-0 lead, and they have done it in a variety of ways. Special teams, offense, and now an opportunistic defense.
And all in the last 9 minutes of this second period as the score is 0-0 after 1.
Snap, hold, kick is up. Cashy is cash money. 23-0. Mainland over EHT in the opener here at the Battle at the Beach.
Johnson's Popcorn is known all over Delaware Valley, specialized in delicious caramel corn. They are open all year at 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 or go online at johnsonspopcorn.com to place your order. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940. Also, if you need trophies, Shopee is even better online. You may know their showrooms at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but you can order whatever you need at Shopee.com. Remember, you're not presenting the best trophy if it's not a Shopee trophy. Phone 609-653-1684. Shopee since 1921, starting a new century.
Mainland will kick off after the Jamie Tyson touchdown. So Tyson has 2 scores, one on offense, one on defense. Mace has a touchdown run on offense. And Mainland has got a safety. So their defense has accounted now for 9 points in this game. And you can really put their special teams in that as well. The safety happened to happen on a punt.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's been things have really fallen apart for EHT here. They made a couple classic mistakes, and it's led to direct scores.
Cook.
Same spot.
Over to Griffin, who lets it go out of bounds. Free kick. Feels like Mainland keeps trying to angle it to that left side. They must have their speed set up on that far side of the field to try to get down there.
Yeah.
You see in high school football, Steve, a lot of
Pooch
teams
kicks.
try to wonky kicks because they're trying to get the ball to bounce all over the place, and legal procedure penalty. It looks like EHC this time is going to take the penalty. And they're going to spot this ball at the 35. So EHT, just a backstory there, Mainland kicked it out of bounds. EHT took the penalty, made him kick it again, and Mainland recovered the kick. That led to a score. This time the ball goes out of bounds. EHT said, you know what?
Let's take it 35.
We'll find it at the 35. First and 10 for EHT. 1:02 left to play. They were moving when Rando lost the football on the last drive. Rando, complete. Oh, and a huge stick.
Boy, I'll tell you what, great
Lombardo.
pursuit by Lombardo, too. He came from the linebacker spot and ran that play down backside.
Mike Weedman, 5'6", 160, just got crushed by 6'2", 195. First down EHT. Rando steps up, fires, and it is caught by a lineman, which is a penalty. That was Noah Holiday with the hands. Hey, coach, put me at tight end.
Ball was deflected. In the presence of mind, he got knocked down.
Nah, when you're a big guy and they throw it to you, your instincts say, catch the ball.
That's the only way to tackle eligible, though.
So pressure from Mainland forces the pass to Holiday, who's an offensive tackle.
I'm not sure. I thought if it was taught by someone else. I guess not. Not at this level. Sometimes confusing. You're going to ask him that, too. I thought if another defensive person touches the ball, that then the offensive lineman can catch it.
If it was deflected first.
Yep. They're saying no, so not at this level.
Legal touch is the call. I believe that's a 5-yard infraction. We'll walk that off. As 42 seconds, I'm imagining EHT is foaming at the mouth to get into that locker room if you're the coaching staff.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything crazy here.
So
regroup.
It'll be first and 15.
Lost it down. Second, I believe. Yeah,
Second,
lost it
yes.
down. Yep.
Lost it down, correct. Thank you, Steve.
Yep.
Second and 15, ball at the 41. Shotgun Rando. Watson with some pressure, double covered, and Tyson picks it off! Tyson up the sideline, and he is knocked out of bounds, and flags come flying as Jamie Tyson now has a fumble recovery for a touchdown, and now an interception as that ball just was kind of floated into triple coverage.
Yeah, there was a blatant block in the back right here. It's going to take Mainland back.
We'll see if they're calling the block in the back or if they're calling, you got a personal foul, a late hit, right, out of bounds. I mean, they threw him out of bounds clearly.
They showed that against EHT, though. I think they're
EHT
mistaken.
guy knocked Tyson out of bounds way late.
There was a blatant block in the back right before that, though, which I thought they called. Let's see. Yeah, I think they did.
I've only seen one infraction. That was against EHT.
They just pointed this way.
That was pretty clear.
I saw the block in the back. I didn't let go of the late hit. I take my eyes off. Let's see what they got here. Personal foul.
Mainland.
Yep.
So now there's the signal for that. So we might have offsetting penalties here after the interception. So Mainland's going to keep the football regardless.
Correct. This is the one, if there's both teams, they don't understand why, but they march it off, then they come back the other way.
Well, they're going to go back to the spot of the catch.
And they're not calling a penalty against EHT. It was just against Mainland for the block in the back. Or the late hit, whatever it was.
I think the penalty's offset. So they're putting it back where the spot where the interception was. 35-yard line.
Whatever, Mainland has the ball with 29 seconds left. Not sure.
1st and 10. And Mainland looks like they're going to take a knee and go into the locker room with a 23-0 lead. Franchini takes a snap, knee to the ground, and the Mustangs lead 23-0 here on the opening day of the season at the 2022 Battle at the Beach here at Carey Stadium in Ocean City. We'll take a timeout. We will have the second half for you coming up right here on Cape Atlantic League Live. Don't go away. Mainland 23, EHT nothing here at the Battle at the Beach.
In the first half for the score. Mainland.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or out-stuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
All right, we're at halftime here at the Battle at the Beach 2022. Mainland EHT kicking things off. Steve Parker is with me, Mike Gill, here at Cary Stadium. And 23-0, it's been all Mainland, Steve. And so far, the Mustangs have scored offense, defense, special teams. They got a safety. They recovered a kick. So all three phases of the game have been check Mustangs.
Yeah, and as you described earlier, the fumble recovery on the kickoff, actually when the fumble recovery, the recovery basically went onside kicking. The one onside is EHT. The ball was kicked out of bounds. They took the penalty, and then Mainland kicked again, and the ball squirted around. They didn't cover it. Mainland gets the ball and takes it right in to score. So that was a big turnaround in the ball game.
Mainland's offense, you've seen Cook and Franchini. Franchini has a touchdown pass. Cook has been kind of doing things on the ground. Mace has a 21-yard touchdown run. Tyson has a catch from Franchini. So showing some diversity in this offense.
Yes, they have. And you said Tyson has had a great game so far, as he did 23-yard reception and also a 60-yard fumble recovery. So
and an interception.
So he's got the stat sheet covered pretty well. He's having a great ball game so far for the Mustangs.
Let's look at EHT, Steve, and kind of dissect what they're talking about in their locker room. What do they need to do?
Well, they moved the ball all right a couple times, Mike, but the mistakes have killed them. The fumble recovery, the interception. They've thrown the ball okay at times, but so far they just haven't had any continuity with their offense. Seems like they make a couple plays, get a first down or two, then they make a mistake, and Mainland has really capitalized on the mistakes at this point. 3
more games here today at Ocean City's Cary Stadium. Cedar Grove and Salem. This is a matchup of Cedar Grove 12-1 last year, Salem 11-2. They would have played for the Group 1 state championship last year had there been a game. So these two teams, this might be one of the most anticipated games of the weekend.
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that Mike McGarry might have Salem ranked like 1 or 2. And that's for a small school. That's very unusual. So they must be really loaded.
Right, and then Downingtown West is going to play Highland in that third game of the day. And later on tonight, the home team will be in action. The Neshaminy is against Ocean City. Now, Ocean City 12-1 last year. Lost a lot to graduation, particularly on their offensive line. But Riley Gunnels threw for 1,395 yards and 17 touchdowns. He's got 2 receivers, Jack Hogue and Pat Lonergan, back in his disposal. So you've got the weapons are back, but the line is different for Ocean City. So we'll see how they kind of work around that. It's always tough when you got new offensive line.
Yeah, Hogue was just impressive young man last year. He did a little bit of everything. He did it very well. Thanks to see him come back again. And you said Gunnels threw for 17 touchdowns, and Gunnels is a big quarterback.
Yep.
So he stands in there and he can take the hits and deliver the ball. So interesting how their run game goes, as that will probably dictate how they do, because we know they can throw the ball.
So that's what's on the schedule today here at the Battle at the Beach, the second edition of this weekend here in Ocean City, which, remember, it's still summertime at the shore, so parking people all over the place and people riding their bikes, and it's hot out here. But so far we got football, and it's nice to see. Mainland will get the ball back, leading 23-0 as we are set to start the second half. Joey Martin will kick off for EHT. Mainland standing back at around the 20-yard line, or Dilly. Joe Sheeran. The second half about to get underway here at the Battle at the Beach.
Good to see Joe Sheeran back on the field. I know in baseball he missed the last half of the season, serious injury.
Martin approaches, he's going to onside kick it, and it is not going to get 10 yards, and it just kind of died at about 8 yards. I don't think I've ever seen that. The onside kick.
I tell you, pretty heads up by Mainland, not trying to pick up the ball, because as soon as they touch, they could hit him and possibly fumble it.
The ball just stopped right there. And that's where Mainland will start.
I think you used a
48
sand
yard
wedge.
line.
You need a pitching wedge there. Not enough club.
Right, EHT couldn't touch it because it didn't travel 10 yards, and Mainland just decided, all right, we'll take it from right there. So that's where we'll start, at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs, already now in enemy territory. So they have a chance here, Steve, to put more points on the board starting this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, you said it, starting in EHT's territory. I mean, they had to, the EHT, of course, understand what they're trying to do there, but unfortunately it didn't go 10 yards.
So Cohen Cook will start at quarterback for Mainland. John Franchini started the game. Cook and Franchini have been rotating for most of this affair. Cook generally on the ground. Franchini has thrown the ball. Mainland has had a kind of a modified, a wing tee with shotgun elements.
Well, here's Mainland right now. If I'm Mainland right now, I'll tell you, with Cook in there, first play, I go play action. Because they've been seeing him run the ball, and they've had some receivers open deep. If they want to get a quick score, I think this is the time right here.
There's been some discussion, and it looks like the defense is coming off the field. The Mainland offense is coming off the field.
They're making
we
re-kick.
might have to re-kick this ball.
Maybe considered a dead ball foul since the clock was never touched and the clock never ran. That's a guess. I don't know, to be honest with you. Let's go with that.
EHT will re-kick this.
First game of the season, a lot of strange things going on, Mike.
And it's hot.
Joey Martin is the kicker for EHT.
So Martin will get a second shot. Now, do you kick it deep this time, or do you try to onside again?
I think you got to squib it or kick it deep. I don't think the onside's going to fool anybody. Mainland's got some hands, got all 30s. I see 30, 35, 48. So they got hands people up on the front line. They're not your typical offensive linemen.
And Martin going to squib it.
Yep.
Picked up the 35, looks the 40, 45, midfield, still on his feet, crosses to the 45, and a nice return. Like Antonio Tartaglia picked that thing up and just started going.
Yeah, it looked like they made better field position than if they hit the original onside kick.
Tartaglia on the return.
So Tartaglia brings that football out to across the 45 to about the 43-yard line. So Mainland actually makes out on the re-kick. It's the second time that's happened for them. But the result of the re-kick has been better than the result of the first attempt. Cook in a shotgun. Man in motion is Sheeran. Fake to Sheeran. Cook's going to keep it himself, and flags come flying, and we've got a offsides on Mainland. A lot of offsides procedure stuff in this game one, Steve.
Yeah, not surprising. First game of the year, timing, they've been out there for a while, but still it's the first time you've really been in a situation when you got to watch your snap counts. And
1st and 15 now, back at the 48. Dylan Camp is calling the defensive plays in the EHT huddle, the middle linebacker. So the Mustangs, again, the wing tee shotgun look. And off the Mace, flag comes flying, sweep to the near side, Mace is taken down.
Ball's down, no
we've
fumble.
got a flag, as Steve mentioned. Dylan Camp, who we just called out, makes the stop. Legal shift by Mainland. So that play will be
a lot of penalties,
out.
Which I guess really isn't that surprising, like first game of the year. But
no, not only is it the first game of the year, it's a week earlier than generally happens, and it is hot out there. I mean,
yeah, it is.
So that heat mentally wears you down, and you lose that mental focus. Remember,
I've gone through Mainland practices, Mike. They've been practicing 7 o'clock in the mornings to miss the heat all week. I ran both there a couple times, and they were out there early.
1st and 20. Franchini up the middle. Crosses the 50, back to around the original line of scrimmage at the 45.
And it's a little Clyde Folsom influence there. Is that the double Chris from the Delaware? They love that double Chris.
Gabriel Mace. Yeah, and Folsom, of course, a Mainland grad. This is quite a staff that Chuck Smith has put together.
It's an all-star staff. He's got 3, and count himself, there's 3 head coaches, and 2 of them have won state titles. Pretty good staff when you got guys that have that much success.
Franchini in a shotgun. Freshman takes a snap. He rolls to the near far side of the field. Franchini going to keep it himself, and he gets pushed out of bounds. And it'll set up a 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, though, pretty good. I like the way Franchini kept his eyes down the field and didn't, tuck the ball early, didn't give up on the play. When he saw nobody was open, did a nice job just stepping out. But a lot of young quarters that time would have tried to force it or cut it back. But very heads-up play by the young freshman.
And John Franchini was my left fielder on the team that won the World Series. And you can make a strong case, while he may not have been the best player on that team, he may have been the most important player on that team. Just an absolute winner. Franchini sends a man in motion, and flags come flying again.
Procedure.
Procedure against the Mustang.
Mainland goes offsides again, and 3rd down and 13 will turn into 3rd down and 18. Ball resting right at the 50-yard line now. Hot day here in Ocean City. 4 games today, 4 tomorrow, 3 on Sunday. If you're making plans to get out here, don't park on 6th Street.
Not unless they're going to tow them all at once.
Third and 18.
Franchini
screen. Mace hit, and he is going to be taken down out of bounds, and a loss of about 6 on the play as the EHT defense finally. Leon Ellis has something to cheer about. That's a big play for them. Also, Mike Simeon helping out on the stop for the Silver Eagles.
Like Kabubi also been a real nice read there and got up into the play early for EHT.
So Mainland will punt. And back deep is Chris Griffin. He stands around the 15-yard line. Looks like Mustangs turn it over here on the punt. High, end over end, short kick by Cohen. Bounces at the 30, then takes a Mainland bounce. Goes back to around the 21-yard line. The Mustangs corral it. No pun intended. And EHT will start over on downs with exactly 9 minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Mainland leads 23-0, and now EHT will get the football back.
I'm not sure if it was Jack Hogue or the other return man last year for Ocean City, but everyone knows punts like that. He came up and fair caught, Mike, and it is so important. I mean, say 10, 15 yards, just come up and catch that ball, fair catch it, rather let it bounce around. And he was, that Ocean City return guy was one of the most impressive return guys I've seen in years around here. Did a great job of catching the ball.
Also, with the concession stand situation in the field, they're also selling programs, as well as selling.
First and 10 EHT. Ball at the 21. Bardo as well. Mainland's defense just has been too much for EHT so far.
Yeah, brought a blitz that time up the middle in the A gap, and just too many guys to block, and he had no time Randy to look for his receivers.
Joey Martin into punt. And Ordilli stands back at the 45-yard line for Mainland, who will get the ball back, leading 23-0 with 6.5 minutes to play. Franchini finds them, and the Mustangs. First and goal for Mainland. Cook is in at quarterback. Ball's on the ground. Cook picks it up. The Eagle defense is there, and helping out is Leon Ellis. The first one there as just a fumbled snap by Cohen Cook.
Yeah, get a couple yards. Again, it's tough when you get shuffling quarterbacks. I mean, it was just a long snap, a little low, but
second down and goal for the Mustangs. They lead at 23-0. 5-12 and counting here in the third quarter. Mustangs break the huddle. The EHT defense looking to get a big stop here.
and the count is on. Oh, Franchini's not seeing it.
Franchini's got a timeout taken. Out of the timeout, here comes the Mustangs. They are set with their play. Franchini at quarterback. They run a little slant here with Tyson, who's one-on-one on the outside to the near side of the field. Mace the wing back. Now they change sides. More movement for Mainland.
Yeah, too many guys are moving that time.
You had two guys move from the left to the right and another guy moving. There's been a lot of procedural penalties here, which, as you mentioned, to be expected.
I thought that was a Canadian League player.
Right. So it's going to be 5 yards back, second and goal. Ball at the 13-yard line. Mainland trying to add to their lead. For as sloppy as they've been, they've really had a lot of nice plays on offense too. They certainly have some innovation in their offense. They send Sheridan in motion, inside handoff, up the middle and across the 5. You got that soccer field and field hockey lines all over the place. It gets a little confusing at where they actually are on this field.
It was Ordilli that time, the junior running back on the little crisscross again. It's a fake the sweep and went inside with a little trap. Nice blocking up front by the Mainland offensive line.
Looks like the ball's on the 5-yard line. First and goal. at the 5. Excuse me, 3rd and goal at the 5.
Third and goal from the 5.
Paul Lombardo, one of the big guys up front, doing a nice job from the tackle position for Mainland.
Nick Timmick, the center. John Franchini in a shotgun. 3rd down. Franchini rolls to the far side of the field. He is pressured. Franchini steps up. He fires. It is broken up in the back of the end zone. A flag in the front part of the end zone. Ball was broken up.
Look at the EHT kid helping Mainland kid with a cramp, Tom. Or excuse me, Mike, you ever see that before?
Not on Thanksgiving, maybe since it's the first day of the season.
That's pretty good sportsmanship, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, there's a Mainland player down in the end zone.
Can't see who it was, but it was definitely looked like a cramp situation.
Yeah, he's got his leg up. Looks like they're trying to, which is only the first time we've seen a cramping problem. You would have thought you'd seen more in this heat today. Good crowd on the Mainland side. Tough to see on the EHT side, although it looks pretty full. They're right in front of us, so it's a little bit more spread out. But looking directly across, that Mainland bleachers are pretty full over there.
Yeah, while we got a chance here, I'd like to credit the Mainland offensive line. I'm trying to make sure we pick up the right numbers here. James Barrett, 5'10", 165 pounds sophomore. Jack Haynes is 5'11", 170 pound.
Nothing here on opening day, Steve, and I would imagine this is something that both teams may be a little surprised by.
Yeah, I mean, Mainland, think about it. Their quarterback and one of their starters, transfers a week before the season. The young freshman was going to get some playing time, had already been said, but still, it just makes an unbelievable job that staff has done in a short period of time. Chuck Smith and, as you said, Clyde Folsom, I'm sure, had a lot to do with that too. And defensively, Tim Watson's group have thrown a shutout, so things are looking very good if you're a Mainland fan. And today it's all going their way.
Yeah, their defense has just overwhelmed EHT at times. And you mentioned Tim Watson, who, of course, helped really build that Cedar Creek program, which is even continuing to take off. They're going to be the final game of this tournament on Sunday night. You'll see Cedar Creek against Edison. Cedar Creek 13-0 last year, just had a remarkable season. And it'll be interesting to see what they bring back this year because they lost a lot.
Yeah, they lost a lot, but they got a couple players that are coming back. They're going to be a little better than people think. They got some returners on the line and linebackers, and their Pilgrim is a really good player for them. And McKeek Harvey had a lot of yards last year, so I think they're going to be, they're getting respect from, from the press. Mike McGarry has them, I think, 11th, South Jersey, which is a little surprising, like you said, with what they've lost. But you lose a Melton, it's tough to replace him.
Well, they've lost a lot of them. They usually stock them with another one.
Well, they lost it all to Melton. So last year was JoJo Bermudez who did his Melton invitation, and they've had that, always seemed to have had, since they've been there, that one player, that dynamic offensive player can play defense, kick returns, pass yards. So interested to see who's their offense is centered around this year.
By the way, this game was opening week last year. It was Mainland 14-6.
Yeah.
So this is the second time that they have opened up the season. Mainland 14-6 just a year ago, and now 30-0. Cook will kick.
Here's a good kick, and
Taking it around the 15, out to the 20, 25, cuts upfield, breaks the tackle, sidesteps a man, crosses the 30, out to the 34 is Council.
good job by Andrew Gilliam, wide receiver, coming back and making that tackle from behind. Unfortunately, Council's down.
Council returns it out to the 30. They got the nose of the football on the 35. Mainland leads 30-0. EHT has moved the ball at times. They've had a fumble. They had an interception.
They had a kickoff snafu, kickoff return snafu, a big snafu.
They had a punt that resulted in a safety.
They're going to allow teams to come to the sideline, get some water.
It's interesting, we mentioned that
It looks
we
like
did
it's
see
a cramp.
one cramping issue in the first half. Now we have it on almost back-to-back plays here as this heat begins to become a factor.
While we have time on the field, we'll remind you, Holiday Leonard, if you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Holiday Leonard. Holiday Leonard will consult on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Holiday Leonard at 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or phone them at 398-5737. Holiday Leonard will make your dream home a reality.
EHT with the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 35. They trail 30-0 here on opening day at the Battle at the Beach.
Zach Mainland was offside. About 4 of them. Where they get procedure.
5 yards in the right direction for EHT.
It must have been a hard count, I guess, by these.
Just about to say, high school football's back. I haven't heard any drums or band playing.
Hey, and just on cue.
On cue, there's Mainland. Is EHT band not here?
I thought they played together the national anthem. That's why they played it twice.
Inside handoff to the fullback.
He went the wrong way.
Evan Mensch.
Mensch on the carry.
Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and about 7 for EHT. Call it 6.
Lombardo on the tackle.
So EHT in a hole. Christian Rando, 4-year starter as the Eagle quarterback.
Been a lot of pressure, though, and see if they come after him again.
Rando throws complete to the far side. 1st down yardage. Edmore up the field. Xavier Bullock.
Pass is complete for Bullock.
Yep, good timing play there. It was
Familiar
1, 2,
here.
3, and let it go.
Familiar name here.
Yeah, his father, Aaron, was a great player at Egg Harbor Township. We said played at Duke back in the day. But that was a timing pattern there. As you said, 1, 2, and
Bullock's down
let it
with
go.
cramping issues.
Yep. So we didn't see any in the first half, but I'll tell you, it's starting to take your toll. That's 3 or 4 fellas we've seen since halftime. So the heat is definitely getting to them.
So another Eagle player down with cramping issues.
Where's the trainer? Heard a call in the press stop for pickle juice. Do you remember that?
Sure. Really started that whole Andy Reid era. Trainer out on the field.
Another sports myth is that pickle juice is good for blisters on your pitching hand. Soaking pickle juice.
Never heard that one.
I think Nolan Ryan used to.
Nor would I have tried it.
I've done it. It works.
Never had a problem with blisters when I
Yeah,
pitch.
it's just split the end of your fingers and stuff. It was. It actually works.
I get them from hitting fungos on my
Right.
opposite palm.
Speaking of, so I put a video out about a month ago. I went in the batting cage for the first time in 20-some years.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
It didn't go too bad. After I bunted
Like
it
riding
two
a
and
bike?
swung and missed one, but yeah, then Kamak was throwing to me. The third one, I almost spin his cap right back at the bar. But I did it for 10 minutes. Went home and had to take a 3-hour nap.
Yeah.
Didn't realize
I'll
how much energy
usually-
you expend.
I'll usually get in there once a year.
Yeah, it's been 20-some years since I've done it. I always wanted to see if I could try it. I'll tell you what, I was exhausted.
Yes. 1st and 10. Cross midfield. Rando's going to throw. Griffin catches, sidestep, 40,
on the ball.
dragging defenders, and gets out of bounds. We're going to continue to run the clock. Momentum stops at about the 39-yard line. So now a lot of quick, short passes. You got a senior who can get it out to the flats. 2:07 on the clock.
Yeah, you would think eventually if they're successful 2 or 3 times, they'll try a little hitch and go. Throw it down the sideline, especially to Bullock since he's so much taller than the defender.
2nd down and about 2. Ball at the 40. In Mainland territory. Rando under center. 2 receivers split to the far side. Bullock in the slot. Mainland goes offsides.
It's going to be a first down.
Moving is Devin Banks, the senior nose guard, 5'7", 245. Kind of hard to miss.
That'll drive Coach Watson a little crazy too, especially when it's a nose guard. Where's the ball at?
Well, oddly,
Right in front of you.
Penalties, you say, oh, who got penalized more? Mainland has clearly lost that battle. They have been way penalized in this game, and yet they lead 30-0. 1st and 10, Rando hands off. Not a lot of running room there for Evan Mensch. And now a late flag enters the fray.
Here's a flag on the play.
I think the PA guy has that button on replay now. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah. It has been a little sloppily played here in the 3rd quarter as far as penalties.
Starting to watch the clock for what time I need to be at work today, and
Tick, tick.
these penalties are continuing to.
Cause havoc with you, huh?
I have a 2 o'clock appointment today with my job. Thank you, whoever's throwing these flags in a 30-0 game. So EHT penalized, and they'll mark this one back. That's a big penalty, by the way. 15-yard variety, unsportsmanlike. That's why that flag came in as late as it did. So they're going to walk this all the way back to midfield. Second and 25. Rando. 3-step drop, fires, complete, hit right away, and brought down. Pass to Council. And just a really good open field tackle on the far side of the field there. James Barrett makes a stop. Barrett saw that in the slot and just let him catch it and took him out.
It'll be 3rd down and forever. This is usually where you see screen or draw, but Mainland's done a pretty good job
how many
against that.
teams run a draw anymore?
Now, even a screen game, you don't see a lot of it. Especially the double screen. You fake one side, go back the other.
3rd and 23.
There we go.
Right at midfield.
They had too many guys in the backfield. He's got time.
Rando, now he's pressured. Going to tuck it in and run. Crosses the 40, sidesteps a man and goes out of bounds. Well short of the first down. We'll see what EHT does here.
They got to go for it, obviously. 21 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
The kicker had a thought in his mind that they might call on him. He came running from the net over there.
See, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, about 55-yarder. I'm not
Maybe
sure
he
has
thought
leg
he
for
was
that.
punting.
Oh, okay.
They're going to go for it, though, and we got more whistles. And EHT has called timeout. With 21 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, EHT with the ball calls timeout. They trail Mainland 30-0 here at the Battle at the Beach.
They're selling concession stand, they're selling programs.
Johnson's Popcorn is known all over Delaware Valley, specializing in delicious caramel corn. They're open all year at 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 or go online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Place your order. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940. And as we're reaching out, Tom, I just got a text from my cousin, class of 70 Mainland linebacker.
My name is Mike.
I'm sorry, Mike. So used to Tom being there.
I've been here the whole game.
Hey, listen, it's easy. Anyway, I'll tell you that we have a class of 70 Mainland in just what's it called, the villages in Florida, listening to us online. Said to say hello to all the Mainland alumni. And since Tom isn't here, Mike, back
I'm
to
a
you.
Mainland alumni, not Tom.
Wow, now you're really confusing me. Don't confuse the old guy.
Now the power of the YouTube channel now. We can be seen
Yeah,
wherever
how about
the
that in
alumni
Florida,
may
huh?
be.
Yeah.
You can watch all the games this whole weekend. We'll have another one right after us here if this one ever finishes. Fourth and 12. Rando's going to throw, pressured, steps up, and he is hit, and down he goes. First man, Jake Sikowski, on the scene, brought him down. And Mainland's defense, too much for EHT so far.
And it makes it hard there is EHT, max protect. They had 8 guys protection, only 2 receivers out, and Mainland still got plenty of pressure. So Mainland's defense has really done a nice job today pressuring the quarterback when he was trying to throw the ball. And the 4-year starter has not had a lot of time.
I think one thing you're seeing with this Mainland front, they are athletic and they are active. And they come at you from different angles. You have Watson and Cook on the ends. You've got good pressure from up the middle there. The linebackers, Wagner does a good job. You just saw the tackle by Sikowski there. So we've called a bunch of different names for this Mainland defense so far today. Now their offense back on the field looking to put more points on the board. Franchini in a shotgun. Handoff to Cook. He spins, and he's going to lose yards. Running them down and throwing them to the ground is Noah Holiday.
Holiday on the tackle.
That will be the end of the third quarter.
That was in the third quarter. It was for Mainland
30-0 Mainland. All Mustangs as we head to the fourth. Here on Cape Atlantic League Live, here at the Battle at the Beach. The final quarter is coming up.
Shopping is even better online. You may know their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but you can order whatever you need at Shopee.com. Remember, you're not presenting the best trophy if it's not a Shopee trophy. Phone 609-653-1684. Shopee since 1921, starting a new century.
There's the band.
I hear them.
They've been hiding all the way down the far end zone from the beach. One of the more unique settings in all of high school sports.
It really is, isn't it? This is outstanding.
Right on the beach for those of you watching out of the area and aren't familiar. The Wonderland Pier is right behind us, so the backdrop setting of the Ferris wheel, the boardwalk, and the beach. It's a really good spot for these games. Franchini, Mace, up the middle, spinning, falling towards midfield, picks up big yardage on the play on that 2nd and 12, gets about 10, and it'll be 3rd down and about 2, call it 3 for Mainland here.
According to my weather app, it's only 81 degrees here, but it seems a lot warmer on the field and in the press box.
Third down play. Handoff, first down, and more. Busting tackles out to the 30-yard line, and a big first down run by Jabril Mace.
That's more of what we're used to seeing him lining up in the eye or right behind the quarterback and taking an inside handoff and going north and south. And that's what he's really good at and really showed there as he broke some tackles and exploded through that second line of defense.
So a big run and a touchdown here for Mainland. We'll put them up 36. Hand off to Mace, bounces to the outside, now cuts it up and gets nice yardage up to around the 20-yard line. So another 8 to 9 yard pickup on that play. We'll see where they spot that ball. He's going to be near first down.
Yeah, this is what he's more comfortable with. It's so obvious, starting in the back and seeing the field, using his vision and his cutting ability.
Well, we've seen in Mainland's, the past couple of years, they have been pretty much a spread offense. I mean, this is a lot more kind of a variation of it's almost like a spread wing tee. Like a little bit of this and a little bit of that. They're going to take it to Mace up the middle now. He's got a first down, crosses the 15 out to around the 12-yard line.
I think they're discovering here, though, that Mace has got to be in the backfield behind the ball, not coming off the wing. He's so much better, going north and south, using his vision and his shiftiness.
Right, in the run game, Mace is definitely seemingly more comfortable taking the handoff from the backfield.
Agreed. And I'm sure that they're saying this today. This is all evolution of their offense, what they've got and who they're using. So
this is the more traditional Mainland look with a spread. They do have a wing back to the near side. They hand to Mace. Mace is bouncing off a tackle, gets to the outside and nicely pushed out of bounds there as the EHT defense still fighting. Weedman pushed him out of bounds. And now Mace is getting up a little slow. And the officials are calling for the trainers. Pat D. Jogging across the field to take a look at Mace, who has been a workhorse on this series. He is up off on his own power already, being assisted off the field there by his teammate Dan DeFeo. One of those 6 foot, 240-pound offensive linemen. Mainland's big up front. They got skill position, and their defense and special teams have all been a factor today in this 30-0 lead they have over EHT.
And DeFeo's only a sophomore. That's 6 foot 240, so he's going to be blocking for a couple more years. And I'm sure that Mainland's happy that Franchetti especially likes to see him around a couple more years, the quarterback.
Yeah, and if anybody who has been around John Franchini, he is just a winning player, a winning attitude. And I guarantee you, if you say hello to the kid, he will have a smile from ear to ear. He just is
life's
thrilled
good.
to death
High school playing football
to be on a team. Inside handoff, or Dilly breaks tackles, falls forward near the goal line. He is just short. Little crisscross.
Yeah. Is that the goal line or soccer line? I can't tell. That is a goal line.
There's a lot of lines on this field.
There are a lot of lines on this field.
You got orange,
black,
blue, yellow, blue, white.
Ball's on the 2-yard line.
The goal line looks like it's orange and white or red and white or something.
8:30 left to play. Clock continues to run, and if they score here, the clock will continue to run.
Correct.
Franchini in a shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Hands off. Nothing doing. DiBiaso pushed back by the Eagle defense, who is still continuing to fight, even down 30-0 here.
Yeah, C.J. Johnson, the 5'10", 165-pound junior, came off the edge here and make a nice play for EHT.
Second and goal. Under 8 minutes to play. Mainland breaks the huddle. John Franchini in a shotgun. Receiver to the near side. Wing T backfield. They hand it Off the left side, sweeping in for the score is Rocco DiBiaso, and the Mustangs now lead it 36-0 on a 3-yard score. Rocco DiBiaso gets into the end zone now.
Mustangs lead 36-0.
Yeah, Mainland just really controlling the line of scrimmage, doing whatever they want, as you said. Just another drive they put together. And DiBiaso gets his first points of the year. Kick is up.
Cashy is good. So with 7:25 left to go in the game, Mainland 37, EHT nothing. The opener at the Battle at the Beach, not going EHT's way, but I guess the story so far, Steve, in this opener is Mainland certainly looks like a different team this year.
I'll tell you, they're very diversified offensively. As you said, they've done a nice job throwing the ball when they had to, and earlier they scored a lot with the base playing the wing and using Cook as running back. Now, the last couple times they put Mace back there, and he's just grinding up yardage. So it's nice to have two horse running backs like that. You can put one in there and let the other one rest, or use them as a decoy. And as you said, the young quarterback's done a nice job throwing the ball. So they seem offensively to be hitting all cylinders, and of course the defense is throwing a shutout. Except for maybe one drive, they really controlled the game defensively.
Yeah, they had the interception. EHT was driving, and Jamie Tyson had the interception. EHT was driving again, and they fumbled, and Tyson picked it up, scooped it, went 60 yards, and that really kind of changed this game. It
changed the whole momentum, yep.
Yep, EHT had a shot to get back in the game, and that made it 20-0. So Mainland's offense, defense, and special teams have all dominated EHT today.
Yeah, the score was 2-0 with 4 minutes left in the second period.
Cook swings his right foot through the football, and that one is taken by Council. 25, he gets out of bounds on the far side, actually pushed out of bounds and then driven back inbounds. Mainland will be right back here on Thursday night to face Ocean City. Holy Spirit will face EHT on Friday. So EHT will be on the road in Absecon against Spartans, who are here tomorrow. Holy Spirit, they'll play Cherokee, a new look Spartan team. They'll have Robert McDevitt on both lines. He's a big kid to watch out for on both offense and defense. Gavin Roman, Sean Burns, Jaden Lanos, they all play key roles. And this is Andrew DePasquale. He's the new head coach for Holy Spirit tomorrow night against Cherokee right here at the Battle at the Beach. Thomas Jefferson in Millville, highly anticipated Millville season. How many season tickets do you think they sold?
Ooh, all of them.
EHT takes a timeout.
We talked about the closest to this game, as we said, with 8:49 left in the second period. Mainland scores on a bad snap, 2-0. And then from the 3:32 mark, they scored 20 points in a matter of 2 minutes. 21-yard Mace carry, and then a 23-yard Franchetti to Tyson pass, and then Tyson goes 60 yards with a fumble recovery. That all happened in approximately 2 minutes. In the last 3 minutes of the first half, went from a 2-0 game to a 23-0 game. So quite a turnaround there in that short period of time.
Remember, this is a Mainland team that went 4-6 last year, and the game they played with EHT was 14-6. So you can see EHT 7-4 last year. The Mustangs have been kind of coming, and it appears that they have arrived. New quarterback in for EHT, hands off to the near side, breaking to the outside, to the 50, crosses back over, across the 40, to the 35. Nice run on the play by Council. The new quarterback for EHT is Bradley Smith, 6'4", 180-pound junior. So Rando's day is done. At least for the time being.
Yeah, and, you understand you want to get your backup a chance. You might need him. He's got to get some game experience.
If you look at Rando, he is standing on the sideline with the coach with a play sheet in his hands. He's not sitting down and taking himself out of this game. He is still engaged.
Yeah, that's what leaders do.
So that's good to see.
Yes, it is.
Bradley Smith in at quarterback. He's got 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Under center. Takes the snap. Back to throw. Rolls. Looks.
Weighs him on.
Wants to take a shot, and he takes a shot as he was hit by Brock Martin.
Yeah, he was trying to wave a receiver to go further downfield, but the pressure was coming. Yeah, he was not going to get that off.
It's a great name, Brock Martin. It's a linebacker, right?
Brock Martin, Rocco DiBiase, some Roccos and Brocks. They got, you know, some football names.
Second down. Clock continues to run based on the score. 37-0. I think a surprise to a lot of people.
If anybody was tuning in with, what, 3 minutes left and a half, would be surprised now too, as it was 3-0 or 2-0 at the time.
So a player got in late, just trying to get him to play. Smith, and he draws Mainland offsides, or maybe somebody on EHT.
88 move, but I'm not sure if Mainland was first.
No, EHT. 88 did move. CJ Bigwood. So the Mustangs are going to start this season off with a win, just like they did last year in this game. They beat EHT on August 27th, almost a year ago to the day. This one went a lot differently. Smith takes the snap, pitches to the outside.
You got to cut that up, number 17.
Mensa is a 6 foot, 170-pound junior. Sets up third down and 17. EHT, as we mentioned, will be at Holy Spirit next week. Mainland is against Ocean City, so Mainland back-to-back rivalry games to start off their traditional Thanksgiving rivalry today, and then Ocean City next week, right back here at Cary Stadium. Smith to throw. Pressure. Breaks it. Smith fires down the field, airs it out, and way too much air for Chris Griffin.
Did a nice job of avoiding the rush there, but just threw a little too far, as you said. Nice play getting open by the receiver, but just too much air into the ball.
Joe Russo had the pressure. Russo, he's a junior. It's a young Mainland team. They do not have a lot of upperclassmen.
Just that one number 4.
He's important. Now remember, Marlon Leslie was a senior quarterback. He was their quarterback, but a very good defensive player for this team. In fact, you know, Division I level. Imagine if he was out of this.
I believe he's on the Temple. I've been offered by Temple as a defensive back.
He is back at Pleasantville. Smith flings one out to the slot, and it's caught complete. Breaks the tackle to the 25, out to the 20. And a nice pitch and catch there.
Mike Corveras.
Yes, Corveras makes the catch. Nice little slot catch.
5'9", 140 senior. Did a nice job breaking tackles for a smaller receiver.
Bradley Smith, you can see he's got a nice tight spiral, got a big arm. He aired one out before. That one was right on the money. Under 2 minutes to play. Can EHT salvage this day by getting a score? First down. Smith to throw. Smith fires to the back corner of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Smart play there as they throw the ball away.
Clock continues to run on the incomplete pass. So Bradley Smith, by the way, he is a junior. You would imagine he will take over next season for EHT. He's 6'4", 180. Big physical tools, big arm, as you've seen. Rando, the senior.
Looks like he got the play sheet now, calling plays.
Second down and 10. Coming up on the final minute here for EHT. Smith takes a snap, empty backfield. Throws, and it is nearly intercepted. Incomplete. Looked like him and his receiver not on the same page there.
Yeah,
Kind
the
of
receiver
throwing it to the back corner.
Yeah, the receiver went in, and you just said the throws to the back pylon.
So Jamie Walker was the intended receiver on this play. Final play of the game is coming up with 35 seconds and counting. Well, Steve, game one in the books.
Yeah, it was, you said it all turned early in the second period there. Mainland just went, took advantage of every opportunity they had and put up a lot of points right before halftime. Changed this game completely from being a tight defensive battle.
Smith going to throw. Another shot to the end zone, and that one is incomplete. And that will do it here in the first game at the Battle at the Beach 2022. Mainland 37, EHT nothing. As that's how we start the season off. The Mustangs start their season 1-0. EHT is 0-1. The Mustangs will be here next week against Ocean City, and EHT will be traveling to Ed Burns Stadium to take on the Holy Spirit Spartans. Steve, all Mustangs today, they won it on offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah, but I think they found some things out today, especially after the quarterback changed the school. At the end of the week, the young freshmen did a nice job. And they also used Cook a lot in the running game. Very good defensively, and they put a lot of pressure on EHT, and they made a lot of plays offensively as well. So I think Mainland's got to be very happy with their effort today.
Stick here on the Cape Atlantic League Live channels, BFA Sports. Also with these games with you on Cedar Grove, Salem is coming up next. Downingtown West and Highland will follow. And then the Shabbatee High against Ocean City. 3 more games, and then a full day tomorrow and Sunday here at the Battle at the Beach. For Steve Parker, I'm Mike Gill. We will see you later here from the Battle at the Beach on Cape Atlantic League Live.
Hello, my name is Mark McKenna from Pat McKenna Realtors, and I am the team leader of the Mark McKenna team here in Marlton, New Jersey. I've been selling real estate for 27 years, and our group is the top producing real estate team in the South Jersey area for the last 4 consecutive years. When you hire the Mark McKenna team, we have 3 full-time salary people within the office. We have a listing coordinator, a transaction coordinator, and a director of client services to make sure that you get the proper care from start to finish. You'll deal with really seasoned agents. I have been in the business for 27 years. Bob Grace has been with me for 24 years, and Jeff Amden for 14 years. So you're getting a ton of experience when you hire the Mark McKenna team. Some of the benefits hiring our team is experience, technology, and negotiating skills. I always tell all my clients it's very easy to put a deal together, but we earn our commission keeping transactions together and getting to the settlement table. That's when our clients are most satisfied. So if you're looking to buy a property in South Jersey, we welcome you to come in and have a buyer consult with our team. Or if you're interested in seeing what the current value of your house is, we would be glad to come out and have an appointment with you and show our strategies and marketing techniques that makes us the top producing team in South Jersey.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or out-stuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.